Breaking news coming out in the last 24 hours that the Biden-Harris administration has caught and released back into the United States at least 99 potential terrorists on the U.S. watch list since January of 2021. Now, this just coming out yesterday. Take a look at this video clip.
Yesterday, we learned for the very first time that 99 illegal immigrants on that terror watch list were released into the country, and another 34 are still in DHS custody.
Now, this comes as we've already received warnings from the FBI and members of Congress that there are sleeper cells in the United States of America that are backed by Iran here in the United States, waiting to issue attacks on the American people. We've heard physical attacks, cyber attacks, various attacks, and we're hearing that there are actually people on the terror watch list that are here that have been caught and released back into the United States. And this is concerning in and of itself. However, we are also on the brink of war with Iran at this very moment, as Biden has just been briefed in the last 24 hours that Iran will be attacking. The timing and the details are still unclear, but we're hearing that this is going to be unfolding between Iran and Israel, the United States in the middle of this, attacks coming to U.S. troops in the Middle East already, and we already have legislation coming out for potential war to be initiated with the United States and Iran. And this begs the question, is the war coming to U.S. soil? What is going to be unfolding in the Middle East? Is this the precursor to what is now going to be happening here in the U.S.? Will we see attacks on U.S. soil? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. We're going to be taking a look at the video footage, and these articles are going to be referenced, cited in the description, so you know exactly what's going on. Now, if you appreciate the updates and me citing all of these resources for you, please hit that like button, help spread this out further. Hit the subscribe button to stay up to date. Make sure you're still subscribed. People getting unsubscribed from the channel for some reason, we're not really sure why, and also additional resources linked down below for you as well. But let's get you caught up on the latest. We're hearing that war is going to be breaking out very soon, and the question is this going to be coming to the homeland of the United States? Let's take a look at the video footage and get you caught up on the latest.
One of the biggest revelations when it comes to our southern border was revealed yesterday. We already knew that over 250 people on the FBI's terror watch list were caught at our southern border over the past 3 years under President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. But yesterday we learned for the very first time that 99 illegal immigrants on that terror watch list were released into the country, and another 34 are still in DHS custody. What possible explanation from the Department of Homeland Security could there be for releasing these people into our country?
Is there any more reason now to keep Secretary Mayorkas on? I mean, think about this: the Secret Service failure, the immigration failure, everything, and nobody even talks about him anymore because he's just irrelevant, because he's just opened up our borders at the direction of the Biden-Harris administration. This is concerning. I don't care what your feelings are about immigration, migration. No one thinks that our border ought to be open. They shouldn't anyway. They shouldn't believe that drugs should be freely flowing over. But can we at least draw the line on terrorists, folks who are on a watch list who want to help to destroy our country internally, possibly through terrorist attacks or other things? Is it at least possible we can get Democrats and those who believe open borders seem to be a good thing to at least agree that that's not a good thing? I don't know. This is very concerning, and especially somebody who's dealt a lot in the border. The folks at the border, our Border Patrol agents, are overwhelmed because everybody knows they can just walk across. And this shows what an open border policy is. It makes every person in the continental United States unsafe.
Yeah. And Alejandro Mayorkas said during a House hearing last year that DHS does not release people on the terror watch list into our country. So it looks like Kamala Harris isn't the only one doing 180s, but this one is deadly serious, and he should face some serious questioning when it comes to this topic. Doug, thank you so much.
Now, that again coming out in just the last 24 hours. We've received word that there have been probably at least 100 individuals over the past couple of years that have been caught and released back into the United States while we have these concerns of sleeper cells. And we are receiving word that Iran will be attacking Israel. It is imminent. They have confirmed it. There is war that is about to unfold. And some are concerned, will this spread out into a larger regional war or even into a global world war? We're hearing the United States will be defending defending Israel. Russia will be supporting Iran, and we will see what this unfolds into. Now, we've also got some updates on the status of the attacks that are going to be coming here. And as I mentioned, we already heard that U.S. troops in the Middle East have been attacked already as well. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Fox News alert. American troops are hurt after a rocket attack on Al-Assad Air Base over in western Iraq yesterday.
Trey Yinks joins us live from Israel, port city of Haifa. He's live with us right now. Hey, Trey.
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. I do want to start with some breaking news. As Israel braces for an attack from Iran and its proxies, the largest proxy in the region, Hezbollah, in southern Lebanon, just launched a rocket and drone attack into northern Israel, just a few miles from where we're standing right now. According to reports from first responders, 2 people were injured by shrapnel, 1 critically wounded and taken to a local hospital. But it gives you a sense that while Israel is preparing for that larger conflict, they're still being attacked on a daily basis. We're also following this other update out of the region overnight. An Iran-backed militia targeting a base in western Iraq that houses American forces. Multiple U.S. service members were injured in that attack, again, launched by a militia that's backed by Iran. The timing of that incident couldn't have occurred at a worse moment as tensions rise across the Middle East. President Biden was at the White House being updated on the expected Iranian attack that is planned against Israel when that took place. The commander-in-chief posting to X that he was briefed and there are efforts to de-escalate the situation, going on to say we also discussed the steps we are taking to defend our forces and respond to any attack against our personnel in a manner and place of our choosing. The question now is how the United States will respond and what role the Americans will play in defending Israel. Iranian officials briefed foreign ministers of other countries yesterday and confirmed they do plan to strike Israel in response to the killing of Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran. This comes as the war in Gaza grinds on, and we are following a new development about the United Nations. The UN announced yesterday it had fired 9 UNRWA staffers for suspected involvement in the October 7th massacre. Right now, there are simply no diplomatic solutions on the table to end the war inside Gaza, de-escalate with Hezbollah in Lebanon, and avoid a larger attack from Iran, meaning Israel is bracing for uncertain and dangerous days ahead. Guys?
Hey, Trey, why would they list? What do you think, Iran? Why would they list the possible sites they were going to hit ahead of time? What are they trying to do?
They're trying to play a game of psychological warfare with the Israeli people, and the Israelis are doing the same. They have made very clear that if the Iranians target civilian areas of Israel in cities like Haifa, where we're at today, or Tel Aviv, or Jerusalem, the Israelis will respond, striking Iran again. And remember, Iran launched an attack against Israel in April, firing more than 300 drones and missiles at this country. And while many were intercepted by coalition forces, the Israelis struck back against a very interesting target: air defense systems outside of Iran's nuclear facility, the largest one in the country. This was to send a message. The Israelis know exactly where they're developing their nuclear program, and it's in their sights.
All right, Trey, we thank you very much. Also, the United States is sending a message as well. The USS Laboon and the USS Cole have been repositioned in the Red Sea, and the Teddy Roosevelt aircraft carrier group is moving toward Israel as well. The big stick.
That goes back to the question, why isn't Kamala Harris, why isn't Joe Biden, why aren't we hearing from them when you have all of this happening in the Middle East?
We got a tweet picture.
Yeah, it was Selena Zito. She posted this, mark it down how many thousands of points since last Wednesday. The Middle East is at the brink of a war. Iran bombed our military base in Iraq. How is it okay that we haven't heard from the president? How is it that the White House correspondents aren't publicly calling for this?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Don't you want to do your job? Aren't you frustrated that you can't get any questions off? Don't you want to know why the flip-flops happened? But the same thing, there was no clamor for President Biden to do a press conference.
That's exactly right. Well,
until we got all of this
information yesterday, we were teasing it on every program, that there was going to be this big national security meeting, that everybody was going to be meeting, the council was going to be in the bunker, really laying it out in the Situation Room. And I guess we assumed that there was going to be some type of public statement after. Absolutely nothing. No press conference, no red line for America. It looks like the only people that are getting the pressure is the Israelis right now, saying, just get a deal done.
Well, yesterday, the press secretary didn't even have her normal gaggle. She does have one planned for this afternoon.
They're always so informative.
It'll be interesting to see what they have to say about this, about the two things, about what's going on in Iran and also what is going on with your 401k.
So there you have it. Now, a lot is unfolding right now. Yesterday, August the 5th, we saw the stock market crash globally around the world. We're hearing warnings of wars. UK receiving a civil war warning, and we're hearing that is crossing over to the United States as well. There is a lot unfolding. Now, to get caught up on everything that's going on, be sure to check out this video right here next, as I covered it live for you. And as more information comes out, I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. But that is the latest, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.